at Central Park. We're looking out of the Essex Hotel into New York City.
Ready to start down? This is crazy.
This is it.
Due to Coast Guard capacity regulations, the number of passengers permitted on each Circle Line vessel is limited. We ask your cooperation as you enter the dock area. Please assemble your groups and stay together. Listen to and follow directions of all park rangers and Circle Line crew members. Every effort will be made to maximize the
it is open to the public at a small charge. The cathedral gets its name from the fact that St. Paul is the patron saint of the City of London, the area in which the cathedral stands. In a moment's time, you will see a white concrete column with a gold painted ball of fire. The monument is 202 feet in height. That is the exact distance from the base to the bakehouse in Pudding Lane where the fire started. This market was moved to one of the unused docks further down the river, and that building, I believe, is being made into a small shopping complex. Next to it, in the tower's lifetime, it's been used as a fortress, a prison, the Royal Mint, the Royal Palace. It was for a short while the Royal Zoo, and it now houses and guards the Crown and Jewels. In years gone by, after a person had been found guilty of treason by Parliament in the Palace of Westminster, they were put aboard a barge and were rowed down the river. They entered the Tower by an entrance to await their execution on Tower Hill. The normal means of execution in those days was to have their heads chopped off, and their head was then taken and stuck on a pole on top of the old London Bridge. The famous Bloody Tower, named after the discovery of the two young princes, believed to have been murdered by their uncle Richard III in the 1400s, is that building directly behind Traitors' Gate entrance. And the next bridge we're going to pass under, the last bridge on our way downriver to the sea, Tower Bridge, officially opened in 1894 by King Edward VII while he was still Prince of Wales. Now the lower spans of the bridge are known as the bascles, and they can be raised and lowered in 90 seconds by hydraulic power. Now each bascule weighs 600 tonne and has a counterbalance of 400 tonne. Now Tower Bridge, when it was built, it cost £3.75 million. Today, if this bridge was built, it would cost over £100 million. As we feel the bridge to our left is the newest and the largest hotel to be built on the banks of the River Thames. This is the 826 bedroom The Tower Hotel. It was opened 13 years ago, and I understand that the cheapest room in that hotel for one person for one night without breakfast is in the region of £60 to £70.
Yeah.
Over to you. Now, to tell the story of the tower, we've got to go back to 1066. A man by the name of William the Duke of Normandy, more popularly known here in Britain as William the Conqueror, invaded Britain and defeated the Saxon King Harold at the Battle of Hastings. Now, after his victory, William spent the next 12 years touring his new country, putting down rebellion and uprising amongst his new Saxon subjects who didn't take too kindly to a Norman king and his knights ruling them. By 1078, he'd sorted most of the problems out and decided it stands 92 feet high and is almost square in plan. The walls at the base are 15 foot thick, tapering to a mere 11. It was the home of the first Royal Observatory in this country. Now, if you look on the top of the turret, you'll see the lieutenant that ran the tower. He lived there on condition he kept the more important prisoners as his guests in that house. William Penn was held there in the southern attic before being released and sent on his way to the colonies, where he found something like
What else? What else do we have? a few seconds here to recap some of the things that we've done in the past here. Looks like we started out this trip in New York City, and we looked at a few things. We looked at the Statue of Liberty. We got a chance to go to the Crown. We got a chance to look out there and see exactly what kind of things New York had to offer. We looked at a couple of New York streets, and we headed quickly on to London. In London today, we noticed in the news, we got a chance to speak with Prince, and he said he's really enjoying the London scene. He had also got a chance to check out the Parliament, which we had been in, and we also had an opportunity today, especially, maybe we didn't make it to the John Paul Cathedral, but we did make it inside the Tower of London, and we got to see the Tower Bridge, and that was pretty exceptional, if you ask me. If you stick with us in the rest of this vacation here, or work project, if you'll call it, we'll show you a few other fine sights, and you'll get a chance to enjoy the trip as much as we are. So stick with us, and we'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
All right.
Who's taking the drum out? Forget about it.
you were 18, to this line again, and all you do that you said goodnight to, and then you're not going to change, not even cherry wine. Secret call, list, I heard it all. Cause that evening, spoken, standing still. Taught me. Sitting by the subway, waiting for the moment I'm had to let go, even though it made me blue. She was a rich girl from a rich family, and I was so wrong. She was the one who took us out to me. Till one day we tried to go, and I said I'm sorry, I just got to.